Hi, my name's Trevor Clark. I'm from the Bendrigg Trust, which is a registered charity, and we're a company limited by guarantee as well. And the whole enterprise was set up in 1978. It was the brainchild of a charitable trust based in Birmingham, and they wanted to create a residential centre in a rural setting where young people from different backgrounds could come together and share experiences and do interesting and exciting and adventurous activities. The main beneficiaries of the Bendrigg Trust, disabled and disadvantaged, and that obviously is a huge category, but one of the important things about the Bendrigg Trust's work is it's completely inclusive. So we see people with physical disabilities, sensory disabilities, learning disabilities, and young people from disadvantaged backgrounds. The Bendrigg Trust is quite expensive to run. At the moment we're employing about 25 members of staff, but we make a charge to all the groups that come and stay with us, which covers probably about 75% of the running costs of the centre. So then on top of that, we have to fundraise to create a balanced budget. In order for the Bendrigg Trust to survive, we rely heavily on grants to make it work. Staffing ratios for the activities mean that if we were to charge the full cost in order to cover all the staffing costs, the groups that we're targeting, which are mainly groups of people with disabilities or from social disadvantaged areas, they wouldn't be able to afford to come, so that would defeat the object. The grants that we apply for from grant-making trusts, I've sort of developed a relationship with all sorts of different grant-making trusts that we've delighted that they've been able to help us. And if you're successful with one grant-making trust because they like the work you do, it's likely that they'll be able to help you with funding in a couple of years' time when you've got another project. Fundraising for the Bendrigg Trust presents a huge set of challenges. You find, for example, that if you write cold to an organisation that's never heard of the Bendrigg Trust, the success rate it might be as low as 5%. Writing in that sense to a grant-making trust that have helped us before, there's usually a good maybe 80–85% chance of success. Fundraising at Bendrigg can take many different forms, from a street collection to raise the profile of what we're doing at the centre, and that might only raise £400 or £500, and there are easier ways actually to raise £500. But the future of fundraising at the Bendrigg Trust, we've come to a sort of crossroads, I think, because I'm spending a huge amount of my time as the head of centre writing to grant-making trusts, and for the future I don't think that is, well, I know it's not sustainable. What advice would I give to someone starting a social enterprise is an interesting question. I would try and find out there is a need for what you are trying to do, and if you try and find similar organisations that have gone through the same trials and tribulations that you will go through, so you're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We've had a lot of help at Bendrigg in the past from higher education and further education organisations in terms of trainee programs, getting students involved in projects at the Bendrigg Trust. So I think involving students in the work we do, I think the students that come from colleges and universities to work at Bendrigg, they might be our staff and trustees for the future.